everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Jenny Wu and my channel's name is Jenny Wu Finance For. In today's video, I'm going to talk about what to do if you hate your job. And I know hate is a very strong word, but sometimes your job just really takes a toll on your health, where you work with a lot of toxic people and you just need to get out of there and you need to get out of there fast. This video is going to help you diagnose your source of your stress and then go from there. And then we're going to talk about how you can possibly transition out of your jobs and a step-by-step guidance on how you can do that. First, I want to preface this video by saying that your job is not a definition of who you are as a person. I have to constantly remind myself this all the time because I find that I take it personal if I do good at work or if I do bad at work. I see that as a reflection on me as a person. However, that's definitely not the case. I want to remind you that a job is just an exchange for services for goods. So you're exchanging your time, your expertise, your mental well-being for monetary gain. So money is just a means of exchange. So I want you to make sure that you understand that your job does not define who you are as a person. It is just a means of getting a way to exchange goods and services. That's literally it. Okay, so now we know you obviously clicked on this video for a reason, so you hate your job. The first step is going to be similar to what I did in my How to Get Out of a Rut video, and that is to determine the cause of your stress. So I want you to get a piece of paper. We're going to do the same exercise we did in that video, where we kind of brainstorm all the reasons why we hate our job. So it could be that your boss is being rude to you, your coworkers don't appreciate you, you don't think you're getting compensated fairly, you don't get any time off, or it's just really boring and very mundane, or maybe it's too laborious. Whatever the case may be, go ahead and list out all of the reasons why you are feeling unhappy at your job. Next, we're going to categorize your main concepts that you kind of wrote down on your paper, and then we're going to categorize them by similar ideas. For example, if a lot of your problems are because of pay or due to relationships, go ahead and write them down on the left side of the paper, and then on the right side of the paper, we're going to write a solution that we're going to give ourselves. So think about this like you're talking to your friend. So if your friend comes to you with this problem, how would you give them advice? Because for whatever reason, we always give our friends good advice, but we are awful at taking our own advice. So you're going to list your problem, and then you're going to list how you would tell your friend to fix this problem if your friend was having the same problem you are. This exercise is a great way to get out of that victim mentality and into a solution-based mentality, because regardless of how you feel at this job, you may need this job in the time being. So here's how you're going to actually deal with your stressors on a day-to-day basis. For example, if it's a certain person causing you stress at work, maybe one of your solutions is to avoid that person or to limit your exposure to them. Maybe have lunch at a different time, or just kind of avoid them in a very nice way. Or let's say that your salary or low pay is something that is a really big concern of yours. You're gonna go ahead and take the advice I did in this video on how to negotiate and then start asking for a raise. Go ahead and ask your boss what's the next steps for you to move up if that's what you want to do. Or maybe there's actually no growth in that position, so then maybe it's time to explore other options. On the same note of exploring other options, your next task is to develop a game plan. So when you're developing a game plan, this is pretty much a course, like a plan of attack. I want you to consider your health. So for example, if this job is stressing you out and it's giving you migraines, or it's giving you just so much anxiety that you can't sleep, you're no longer eating regularly, or you're just upset all the time, you complain too much, really think about how this is affecting your health and also your relationships around you, because you take a lot of how you feel from work home, and it affects your relationships. If you're unhappy at work, it's like your partner will be empathetic to how you're feeling, so they're going to start taking on a lot of that stress too. Next, when you develop your game plan, I really want you to consider your long-term goals and your long-term values. I want you to really think about, does your current job align with your future values? Your current job may not be the job you really want to work right now, but think about which aspects of it, or if there is none, align with your goals in the future. Just to kind of give you an example, I work in analytics, I work at a computer job all day, and I do not mind working with technology. I actually really like computers. I'm huge into technology. That's actually one of the things I'm most interested in. But I work for a casino industry, and I'm highly against gambling. I mean, I have a finance YouTube channel, so I am all about saving money, investing, and I hate giving up your money for no reason. The house always wins. Why do people gamble? I do not know. Okay, great. So you have your game plan. Your next step is to compartmentalize. So this is really important because now you have a goal in mind. You have your current job and then you have your long-term goal. So whether that is applying for other jobs or learning a new skill or doing a side hustle like a YouTube channel or like me going back to school, I need you to start seeing yourself like in a dichotomous way. Is that even a word? I don't even know. I am studying so much vocab. But yeah, I need you to start splitting off your little brain. Not little brain, you have a big brain. Sorry, my God, I have a little brain. When you're at work, I need you to work. I need you to work hard. I need you to keep your head down and stay humble. And I need you to stop complaining because attitude is really, really big. When you're at work, I say you work hard. But when you're at home, you have your work phone just disconnected. You are just 100% focused on whatever else you decide to do. So for example, for me, I spend my off time studying and I study a lot, or I spend my time doing YouTube, which is my side hustle, or I will learn skills such as coding or things that I want for my future career, or just do general research about what other jobs are out there in the market. But the point is, you are no longer just that person that you associated with yourself. At the beginning, you're not defined by your job. I need you to split off and dissociate yourself from that job. I need you to think of yourself as you are a worker when you're at work, but after that, you are focused on your dreams and your long-term goals. So just a side tip on this, if you work in a place like mine where a lot of people, they don't really care about your long-term success, they more so care about what can you do for the company today, what are you going to bring to the table today. I would keep your side hustle, your school, whatever you're doing on the side to learn and make yourself better, I would keep it on the DL, on the down low. Only share it with a select few people that you trust at work because they can use it against you, and then suddenly your strong performance becomes a weakness because now you're focused on school, or now you're trying to get another side income. Or what if they think that it's a conflict of interest? Or what if they start piling more stuff on because now you're no longer fully dedicated to work? So it could definitely backfire. Be careful who you trust. All right, last step. I know you're thinking about this. You're like, I hate this job. When can I get out? And here's the last step. Determine when you're actually gonna transition out of your job. If you know that this job is not for you, it's making you miserable, it's hurting your health, it's hurting your relationships, and this is just not what you want to do in the long term, I need you to make a game plan to get out. Are you gonna stay here, let's say, till your next promotion, so you have a higher title, a higher pay, so you have more leverage going into new jobs? Are you gonna stay here till the end of the year? Are you gonna stay here until your spouse finishes school? What is that timeline for you to stay in this job? Because no one is holding you accountable. You don't have to be loyal to a company just because you've been there for X amount of years. You don't have to be a lifer with a company. You are always in the driver's seat. You choose, you design your own life. So when are you gonna leave? At what point are you gonna leave this company? Or maybe you don't even have to leave the company. Maybe you can go to a different department. But when are you going to start exploring those other options? Because that is going to be your freedom. It will be that new, fresh step that you need to kind of rejuvenate yourself. Well, that's actually all my tips I have today for what to do if you hate your job, how to transition out, and how to determine the cause of your stress. Let me know down below what you think about these tips, or if you have any new tips for me. I would love to learn. Give this video a like if you haven't already. It definitely helps my channel out. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel and ring that bell icon so you know the next time I make a video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!